Today I shall be reviewing an app called English Listening Audio Lessons. I came across this app recently. I have already been speaking to you in terms of acquiring the language in order to gain fluency, especially in English. This particular app has a lot of content in terms of different contexts in which we can use the language. You see that teal color icon towards the left top corner of my screen with a label English Listening Audio Lessons. This is the app I have been talking to you about. As you open, you have a very colorful display with a variety of contents that you could listen to from. Talking about the levels, in terms of you being a beginner or an intermediate, I'm sure this is going to help you a lot. If you are a person of literature and love books, you have a surprise waiting for you. As far as this app is concerned, I see that the contents of this particular app has got a lot of functionality about it. For instance, if we have to click on small talk, as you know, small talk happens to be light conversation where you use it to build interpersonal relationships without giving away too much of personal information. So when I click on small talk, I have a variety of information or listening activities which I could choose from. If I can choose the first one, a sick classmate. As you see, in the beginning, you have hide record audio. So if I click on that, the mic icon disappears. So this particular mic icon, we use it when you want to practice. So you have this particular option of sick classmate 1, 2, and 3. I will explain what these are in a moment. So after listening to the audio tracks, according to your selection of 1, 2, or 3, you could go for a practice session, click on the mic icon and record your voice or the conversation which you would love to listen. You can record multiple audios to compare the difference in your practice levels in case you want to do so. Now let me just show a sick classmate 1 for you. So I will go on to the show story which has an icon like a reading pane. So there you have the entire dialogue which you can follow because the transcript is displayed for you. And then in order to listen to the audio track, you can click on listen.
Did you go to school today? Yeah, I went to school today. Were you there? No, I didn't go. I've been sick.
I've just paused this for a moment to explain the functionality of this app a little more better. You do have a PDF icon there. In case you want to download it, you have the option of downloading the transcript. I don't want it, so let me cancel. And then you also have the option of clicking on repeat in case you want to listen to the audio all over again. You have the minimize as well as maximize icons there. So if you click on minimize or maximize, your transcript will go smaller, or you can enlarge the font in case you have difficulties reading the normal font that is displayed. Now let me just take you to what the second dialogue is about. So the dialogue is almost the same, but the usage of the vocabulary happens to be different. So let me just click on this. It starts with, did you go to school today? But the second conversation goes on, have you attended school today? Let me just click the third one. Have you gone to school today? If you see, As far as the dialogues are concerned, the content or the context in which the dialogues are, is put there is the same, but the manner in which the choice of vocabulary differs. So, my dear friends, if anybody has this idea that only specific vocabulary can be used in a particular context, this is going to remove that doubt from you and help you progress further. Now, let me just give you a small demo by recording the dialogue here. Did you go to school today? Yeah, I went to school today. Were you there? No, I didn't go. I've been sick. That sucks. Did you want the assignments from English class? I put a pause there, and as you can see, my voice has been recorded in the waveform, and I have a recording of about 17 seconds. Did you go to school today? So that is the recording of my voice. Let me go back and show you what the other contents are. So the other contents, as far as you see that being numbered here, is based on your day-to-day communication or the conversation you would have, which relates to different aspects, and you also have options of interview and other components. This particular component, listening with audiobooks, is my favorite. So here, English listening audio lessons happens to be very interesting because you have a couple of classical options or literary options to choose from. Children, you would be really happy to see fairy tales. You have Aesop's collections, Andersen's fairy tales, and whatnot. You also have Gulliver's Travels. So, in case you don't have your parents near you to read out storybooks for you, you have a wonderful person going to read out for you from various contexts. And you have all books option, and in case you want to load more books, all you have to do is load more books. It would be loaded there. Like books, if you mark a star across the books you like, so they would appear there. So we're just waiting for the audio to be loaded. So the first story is The Emperor's New Clothes. There's some information about the project, and you have the contents displayed below.
This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. This reading by Kara Schallenberg, www.kray.org.
So, as you can see, after the contents are displayed, you have your stories, the transcript of all the stories, which is being read for you. Use it as a bedtime story where you just close your eyes and listen to the stories being read. Or in case if you want to follow, the transcript is there ready for you. Towards the right top corner, you have again a display of the stories which you would love to follow. The next one I like is the listening practice. So as far as the listening practice is concerned, you have basic, intermediate, as well as the advanced. So intermediate, let me just click on unit 2. So there you have various options like click to answer, view questions, check answer, show conversation, view answer. So I can view the questions first, take some time to read the questions, understand what is being asked, and then listen.
Hello. Hi, Steve. This is Mike. What are you doing? Oh, hi. I was just watching TV. There's nothing to watch right now. I know. I was watching a rerun. I have nothing to do and I was bored. Me too. Let's get together and do something. I'd like to, but I have to meet my parents in an hour for dinner. How about tomorrow? Yeah, let's plan something tomorrow. Did you hear the weather forecast for tomorrow? I think it's going to be the same as today, clear and sunny. That's great. We can do something outdoors then. Are there any special events going on tomorrow? Yeah, I think there's a live outdoor concert by the river tomorrow. Oh yeah, I heard about that too. Let's go check it out. Do you know what time it starts? It starts at 1 p.m. Let's meet for lunch at 11:30 and afterwards we can head over there. Perfect. I'll see you in front of the apartment at 11:30.
So I can view the answer, show the conversation. So I can check my answers. I've got a 3 out of 4. And I can view the answers as well to see where I've gone wrong. Okay, watch a concert at 1 p.m. Fine, and there I go, I can have the transcript and check out for myself. This is a very good practice which you could take up for yourself. English pronunciation. This is another interesting part because you have the voice and the voiceless consonants and how they are pronounced, as well as an clear description with examples of the vowels and how they are pronounced as well. One thing I like or I would recommend about this particular pronunciation section is for those of you who are not familiar with the phonemic sounds in English, this could just help you because it's just put in a very simple way. There is a clarity about an explanation about how these are pronounced with practices and the different ways they are pronounced and where they are pronounced. For instance, let me just click on...
The clock wasn't moving because the batteries were dead.
Okay, and the other one where, let's say, from the center of the mouth.
The barn was filled with animals.
So you could focus on the letter A and see where exactly the sound is produced and how sharp it is and how it's being used and how it sounds in different words.
He was a great man.
So this particular aspect would help people to improve on your pronunciation. And this one, English interview, it shows you the basic aspect as to how you can talk about yourself. And then, the regular things, the basic greetings, working on your small talk, talking about examinations and other topics which would be helpful for the interview. And here you have, the interview itself. If you are preparing for an interview, there are a number of questions. I think around 75 questions are here. So the question is, what is your management philosophy? Good answer.
I think management should provide guidance, direction, leadership, and finally set an example to subordinates. Okay,
so what do you expect from the management? So that's put in a very short way, and then you also have the option of long answers. So
before I was in management, I had many types of managers. I learned a lot from observing their management styles. I also learned a lot from the bad managers I had. I had a manager who was never there, another that didn't care.
As far as the topic is concerned, the manner in which you address, and especially when you have the options, different ways in addressing or talking about the same content, this is a beautiful guide. So go ahead, download the app and make the most out of it. I hope you enjoyed the review of the app. Go ahead, use it for improving your interpersonal communication. Have a lovely day. See you.